Number 12 is 15x squared plus 7x plus 2. Now we're going to follow the same directions as on the previous problems. If it says to factor, first you look at all three terms. There is not a greatest common factor. Nothing will go into 15, 7, and 2. We have to make sure that the polynomial is in the correct order. That's the descending order. The highest exponent is first, down to the constant. So then we multiply 15 times 2, which would be 30. Make a list of the factors of 30. 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, 4 would not go into it, 5 times 6. Okay, so those should be all of our factors of 30. What we're looking for in the list are the two numbers that would also add to be 7, because remember this is a positive 30, so we want what's going to add to give me 7. Well, if we look at our list, nothing is going to work. Now we could look at 3 and 10 and say, well, that would give us 7, but only if the 30 were a negative, okay? Because it's a positive 30, these signs on the 3 and the 10 have to be the same. So this type of polynomial is one that we call prime. That means that it cannot be factored. So there are no factors of 30 that would add to give us 7. And so sometimes you'll see this on the homework, polynomials that are prime. Now let me just caution you, if a polynomial has a greatest common factor, then it is not prime. Okay, so if we could have taken out a common factor up here, then that would have been my answer. I would not have said that it was prime. Okay, number 13 is the same kind of problem, or same exact problem except for a sign change. You notice that it's 15x squared plus 7x minus 2. So that means whenever I multiply 15 times negative 2, I get negative 30. And then again, we have our same list, 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, and 5 times 6. But this time, because it's a negative 30, I want the two numbers that are going to subtract to equal 7. And so here it would be the 3 and the 10. And remember your rules. We're going to write it as 3x and 10x. The higher number takes the middle sign, so that means the 3 would be a negative and the 10 would be a positive, and then we divide by the leading coefficient, 15x squared, and then reduce. 3 will go into 3x, that would leave us a negative 1. 3 into 15 would be a 5x when we reduce, and then 5 will go into 10 2 times, 5 into 15 3 times, x over x squared leaves me with x. And so then our two binomials would be 5x minus 1 times 3x plus 2. And so we could check this by using the FOIL method to make sure that it equals back to the original problem that we started with. But you can see just from these two problems the difference that a sign can make. You won't have a whole lot of problems that are prime, but there may be a few here or there on the homework.